Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Amon Green, Green Bay Packers all-time leading rusher, and you're watching Packers Total Access Live, your daily source for Packer content. Go Pack, go!
What's up, guys? Welcome into the PTA postgame show. My name is Clayton. You can check us out on packernet.com. Find me on Twitter at Packers_access. Joined alongside Jacob in Wisconsin. We'll see if Emilio can put the taco down and get in here in a minute. We'll see. But the Packers are leading 27-10 with 3:30 left in the fourth quarter. Second and goal for the Commanders. Keeping an eye on it here. So if we're a little distracted, we apologize. Obviously, going to finish this game out. But we thought, what the heck? Let's just go ahead and go live. And I see Greg Rice said start the should go. I think he meant show, but it's all good. So here we are, man. We'll just kind of talk you guys through the end of the show and get everybody's take in the chat as well. Jacob, obviously, man, this was a nice showing by the Packers here tonight. Now we got to finish this thing off. There's 3 minutes left, and we've seen crazier things happen, right? As Chewy in the chat says, Clayton saving his marriage for once. That's right, sir. That is correct. Let's see. Debo's in. All right. So the Commanders score. It's now 27. It's going to be 27-17 unless they go for two here. Yeah. Again, feeling pretty good about it. The Commanders only have one timeout left. Never say never, but never, right? But again, Jacob, what's your initial thoughts on how the game's gone up to this point, man? We'll just kind of get this party started. And again, guys, I apologize if we're a little distracted, still watching the game as it comes down the pike here.
Man, I'm on cloud nine right now. I have never in my lifetime, I'm 38 years old now, I have never felt so confident only being up by 1-2 scores in a game, watching the defense just go out there and absolutely deliver human meat missiles all over the place. I mean, these guys are absolute heat-seeking meat missiles. If you talk about Gary, if you talk about Wyatt, if you talk about LVN, if you talk about my guy Micah Parsons, obviously, you can't block him. Right now we got Baron Sorrell in there looking like as if he's going to be the next freaking great. Just got a 2-point conversion, not the best right there, but this game is pretty much wrapped up. It has been unbelievable. My guy Tucker Kraft, guys, I'm trying to tell you with as much caveat to this, I really do believe this guy is going to be a future absolute all-pro, if not an absolute Hall of Famer. Like, I really do believe that. He is the epitome of what a tight end should be. He's got over, 120 yards receiving right now, 2 touchdowns or something like that. There you go. Bad mother Tucker. I mean, it's just insane right now. Every single aspect of this game, you're watching people perform at a level that I did not expect to be even possible in the whole season, let alone at this point in the season in week 2. I am on the moon. What are you thinking, Clay?
Tucker Kraft is a real bright spot on this team. And I put a tweet out earlier, had 100 yards in the first half or right at 100 yards in the first half. And I said, listen, all the Tucker Kraft haters can be disappointed, but don't you dare act surprised, because we talked about this last year. We ran down the key analytics. This guy was performing like a top 3, top 5 tight end. The only difference is he wasn't getting the targets that your Brock Bowers was getting. The dude's got great hands. He's got good body control. He's, blocking isn't his strength, but it's definitely not a weakness. I think he's going to be a great tight end. We got a super chat here from Biz1987. Appreciate you, buddy. He says, Nixon, love when we get there, rushing for, of course, Debo gets one. Yeah, so thank you for the super chat there, Biz. And the other thing, too, Rashawn Gary sacked tonight. Once again, Micah Parsons on the sideline. Both of Gary's solo sacks so far in this early season came with Micah Parsons on the sideline. So I'm telling you, man, being able to rest those guys helps a lot as well. You were talking about Tucker Kraft here. Here's the onside kick. Hold on a second. Let's see here.
Oh, God.
Tavion Wicks, by the way.
What a game for him, dude.
Yeah. I mean, he's only got 44 yards receiving, but, boy, every time you needed to play on third down or whatever, it seemed like he was that dude for sure. Bates points out here, Tucker Kraft, 6 receptions, 124 yards, and a touchdown. Averaged 20.7 yards per catch. Absolutely wild. We actually got, this is from our buddy Caden in the stands tonight. This was the Tucker Kraft touchdown. Let's take a listen here live from Lambeau.
Yes, yes.
Gotta love the Lambeau leap and the flex right there, Jacob, for sure, man. A lot of fun watching him play football. He just plays the game the right way. And I love the fact that the coach has picked him as a captain, too. He talked about it at locker cleanout last year. Hey, some stuff's got to change. We got to get better. We got to be more accountable. The vibe I got from him was like, this loss didn't hurt enough in his eyes for some of the guys, and he was going to start holding people accountable. And that's hard, man, coming from a young player. I mean, it was his second year in the league, or was it his rookie year last year? It was his second year, right? So, yeah, it's pretty cool when you see young players like that take ownership of the team for sure, man.
No, 100%. And that was what exactly drew most of the fan base. A guy like Tucker Kraft that just drinks the workman's Gatorade every single day. He's the lung dart. He's the guy that's just sitting there with the shaved head, kind of the aw shucks freaking hillbilly guy. Get rid of it, love. And he just, I don't know how I could be more proud of this guy right now for what he's done for this team. And if you're like him, Wicks, like you talked about, Wicks was the first, I believe, 2 or 3 receptions of this game, set the tone, got everything going right the right way. This was just a team win right here, and obviously it's still not done. That's why I'm side-eyeing it right now, but it felt like a dominating win. It was the first time that I can literally tell you guys in like 30 years, legitimately in like 30 years, where I didn't have a care in the world if we didn't have the ball. The defense had it under control, bro. If you look at the way that Cooper played, the way that X played, the way that freaking Edge played, the way that Parsons played, Gary played, these guys all absolutely shined. It was almost like I've never in my life been a Packer fan and was more excited to watch defense. I was so excited to get the ball back to the defense. It was insane, dude. Emilio, how you doing, buddy?
Dude, I'm great. I had a good. I was eating tacos.
Of course you were.
I was cooking tacos, and then I was eating tacos, and I was living it up, man. I was just thinking, Tim's there enjoying all this. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. The whiteout, everything, man.
Yeah. What's your initial thoughts, Amelia? What do you think about how this game has gone? And here's the funny thing: you see, it's 27-18, right? There's 2 minutes left. We're at the 2-minute warning. They're out of timeouts. What was the spread? 3 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember? So if the Commanders go down and somehow score a touchdown right here, what's the score going to be? Think about it.
Too close.
It's going to be right there within the spread. I'm telling you, man, Vegas knows what the heck they're doing. Now, let's hope they don't go down and score here. And listen, I see people, they're upset with how LaFleur's calling the game right now. Jacob, we have this conversation every year, don't we? Every year, and what do I always say? The clock is your opponent right now. Let me tell you what bad coaches do in this situation. They try to wing the ball all over the yard right there and get a grab. We want to put the dagger in them. We got to put our foot on their throat. They get the ball back with over 2 minutes left. They go down, score. Next thing you know, they win a damn ball game. I know it's not pretty. I know it's not sexy. I know we want to win by 2 scores, but I'm telling you, man, that is absolutely huge for a coaching staff. You got to understand when the clock is your opponent.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Wheelan does here. Big punt by Wheelan. All right, come on, guys. Where's this one landing at? Oh, boy. He literally, it hit on the 1 and went 2 yards
unbelievable.
In the end zone. I'm telling you, man, one of the best punters I've seen in Green Bay. Yeah. So, all right, so let's hope this defense gets a stop here so we ain't got to worry about an onside kick.
And also, can I just quick say, like, right now, Washington, no timeouts. Green Bay still with 2. Like, this is Matt LaFleur's in his bag, dude. Like, if you guys are upset, I understand. I get that, like, we want to throw the freaking dart, the kill shot kind of thing. But right now, we kind of did that just by punting them back the ball because Matt LaFleur understands that this defense right now, they can't touch us, bro. I mean, these are garbage time. Every single points that have been scored on us in this year has been garbage time where we're just basically just letting them do whatever they want to do because I'm so excited. I've never watched – Emilio, in your young life, you're so young. You're such a rookie. Have you ever watched a Green Bay defense and never felt like they can't stop? Like, have you ever been more impressed with the defense and thinking like, yeah, 3 and out, no problem?
Think about that, Emilio. We'll get your answer. Trevor Anderson says, Google charged my super chat and didn't send it. Just type in your question, whatever your super chat was, Trevor, and we'll
run it
throw it up on the screen. But I appreciate you, man. Go ahead, Emilio.
No, for me, no. I have not seen a defense that moves like that with that kind of speed. And I've been pushing for keeping Quay at least this year. Let's figure out what we're going to do, if we're going to pay him or not. But having those two start together, the fact that we only got to see it for one starting game against the Eagles last year.
It's amazing, dude. And
then seeing it for 2 regular season games already this year, it's night and day. I mean, you have Cooper now that you have enough faith in where Quay can walk up and mug, and Cooper can still be that solo Mike or Will, whatever you want to call him back there, as a stack backer, still able to cover the yard, cover the back coming out the tight end, quarterback scrambling. Then you got Quay peeling off, picking up tight ends. A lot of speed front to back.
Yeah. Trevor Anderson says, I think we're seeing that Nixon plays best with the pass rush. His aggressive play style. Nice bat down there by Devontae Wyatt, by the way.
Come on now.
His aggressive play style is susceptible to double moves, but with Jaden having no time, he can just be aggressive and is dominating. Trevor, I agree. I think Keyshawn Nixon looked really good tonight. There's a couple times he could have been flagged, but, I like the fact that the officials, for the most part, let him play through it. But I thought Keyshawn had a great game here. What do you guys think about Keyshawn tonight?
I agree with that completely. I thought that, if anything, he may be one of the unsung heroes that was like a dog. Like, we all know that he could be kind of physical. Get him. And I just really do think that, like, he was one of those guys. I didn't see Nate Hobbs other than maybe one penalty where it was kind of like where you're like, I noticed him. Like Clayton always talks about, if you don't notice the DBs, that means they're doing their dang job, right? And I watched Nixon also a couple different times come up and play some run fits, and it was freaking smooth, bro. I'm not mad at a single player on this team, not one. Musgrave caught a ball, ran for it, caught another ball after that. I mean, I'm telling you, boys, we got something cooking right here.
Emilio, J. Cole says in the chat, can we pay Tucker Kraft right now? What about Tucker Kraft tonight, man? We kind of hit on it a little bit. What do you think, man?
Dude, with the shove, the tuck shove right there, closing in on the end zone, just keeps going, puts his head down. I was a little worried there for a second when Jordan Love scrambled, and Love trucked that dude. Thank you, Love that. Putting your shoulder into that, man. I mean, and then the sideline went fucking nuts right there, and I'm telling you, they went crazy. I mean, I was screaming the fact that you did that. I'm telling you.
I guarantee you they went tucking nuts, man.
Yeah, man.
Love it. We literally created a new saying. I love it, man. Let's see here. CJN said, and there's your dagger as the ball falls incomplete, I believe. They pull Parsons out. You seen Gary greet him. Guys, this is a huge win here, man.
Packers defense last week allowed 246 yards, which is incredible. This week, 230. Let's go. We have oh my Lord. Oh, hey, hold on, Boz. Hey, Boz. Easy, buddy.
Boz with the 45 spot. Boz, thank you, buddy. We appreciate you. You're going to put it on. Thank you so much.
There you go.
Buddy. Appreciate it.
Boz. Victory formation. God dang it, boys. I'm so happy right now.
I'm telling you.
Absolutely awesome. We got a couple other videos here. Let's take a look back. And again, this came from Caden, who was sitting. Boy, he had the perfect seats tonight, man. He was in the perfect end zone. This is Caden over on Twitter. You can follow him at where's it? Or just look for Caden Sunila, CADNSUNILA. Trevor Anderson with the super chat says, now Google refunded me, so just giving that money, go Packer. Don't worry about that, Trevor. We appreciate you, though, buddy. Thank you.
Appreciate
Look at the honesty. Y'all are way too honest in this group, man, but we appreciate you. So here is the video from Caden. This is the touchdown pass to Romeo Dobbs tonight.
Let's do it.
To be honest, I loved that RPO peak slant. I loved that because Jordan's turning his back to that completely when he's going to hand that off, right? All he's looking at is if that backer collapses when he hikes the ball. That dude was in the backfield by the time Jordan turned around to throw that slant. So great call, great great read, and good win on the route to there by Romeo.
Yeah. How about this too? Kevin R says that Wildcat play was interesting. What did y'all think about Savion and the Wildcat, dude?
I freaking love it. And the fact that they feel more comfortable now with him being I would think that he's our returner. It was a little interesting on punt returns because it seemed like it was multiple people throughout the game. I don't know if that was due to injury or whatever the heck that was, but you know what? Savion has found his niche on this team, and he's barely even, had a lot of preseason type stuff. So like the fact that they trust him that much is just such another. I mean, that's another guy. Like, who are you going to guard, dude? We have so many weapons. It is amazing.
Mm-hmm. And as Nick McSwain said here, it was Savion. Then they did the end around to Golden, and then threw it to Tucker for a touchdown.
He was so open on that too. Tucker was literally buck naked through the trailer park.
Yeah. And you know what's also crazy is like guys that like Nick Neiman, another guy shining on special teams. Where we talked about how we didn't have Brenton Cox, we didn't have Bo Melton, we didn't have the guy that doesn't exist. Who am I trying to think of?
It was
Zane Anderson.
Zane Anderson wasn't there, and all of a sudden, Nick Neiman just shoots out of a freaking cannon.
Where was he on that Debo return? Because right after that, I think he got upset that Debo got a long return on him, and he just stuck his neck in there each time there.
Yeah,
definitely. But yeah, Savion, the beautiful thing about that Wildcat, like sometimes teams, what they'll do is they'll kick the Wildcat quarterback in, they'll put the real quarterback out wide, and the defense ain't going to focus on that quarterback. But what they really did to maximize it was bringing Jordan Love back to make him a threat to do the throwback, to toss it to Jordan and let him throw it down the field. So that really did create an isolation play there for Savion.
And even starting as quarterback and then shifting to it, you're thinking, oh, it's a normal play, we're set up, and then Jordan slides over there. They're like, oh, I got to kind of cover him, especially like you said when he loops back around. Good call. Maybe that'll open up in the future. An team's now going to overplay that, play the Savion, then you pitch it back to Love, and then maybe there's a route on the back end. But you probably won't see that until week 11. You know what I mean? It's not anything that you're setting up for next week. It's one of those long plays throughout the season.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let's see here. Somebody had something in here. Where is it at? Hold on just a second. Where are you at? Everybody's asking for kicker talk now, too. Here we go. Chris the Casual says, Clayton, any concerns this early in the years about offense going cold for large stretches in the first two games? I don't subscribe to that, Chris. Listen, man, when you're in the middle of a game and the defense makes an adjustment and it feels like, man, the offense has really gone cold, the worst thing you can do is turn the ball over. The best thing you can do is identify, okay, that we weren't expecting that. They caught us off guard there. Live to play another down. Live to play another series, right? So I don't see it as them going cold, to be honest with you. I mean, Jordan Love tonight, guys, 19 of 31, 292 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Once again, no interceptions. We were missing 2 starting offensive linemen, and we only gave up 2 sacks, right? So, again, I love the fact that you stuck with the run. 23 carries for 84 yards with the touchdown for Josh Jacobs. Early on, it didn't feel like it was working, but you kept going back to the run, kept keeping it honest. But early in the game, man, Tucker Kraft just said, you know what, let's come out the gate. Let me smack him in the mouth. 6 catches, 124, a touchdown, along of 57. He caught 6 of 7 targets there, man. And the Malik Heath 37-yard grab on the sideline.
And what a snag.
Yeah. So, yeah, Chris, I don't look at that like, oh, man, the offense is going cold. I look at it like the defense has made an adjustment. Now we've got to reassess the situation. And the last thing you want to do is give them great field position, turning the ball over, trying to be too aggressive in that regard. I thought to answer your question, Chris, I'm not concerned about it. And I felt like Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love, they responded perfect. How many times did you guys see Jordan Love fade back, and just sling that thing, try to throw it in the second row? That's what you got to do, man. Mm-hmm. That's what you got to do to win these games.
And that first sack that he took, he had a bunch of time in the pocket. I mean, it collapsed after he was hot. I think he hopped 3 times before he even went to turn to run. So I mean, it's not like they weren't super bad sacks, but he was kind of holding it. But that's fine. You were looking for it to get open. Take that. If you're going to get intentional grounding, I mean, there's no point.
Yeah. Eldegrim says less than 100 yards passing in the second half of each of the last 2 games. You were winning both games, Eldegrim.
You can turn them loose. You saw what happened.
How about this? How many interceptions did you throw in the second half of both those games? Which would you rather have? 200 yards passing and a turnover, or would you rather have that 100 yards? I'm telling you, man, it's I know I'm a boring fan. I get it, man. And it seems like I'm in the minority of, when people are like, oh, we really need to put our foot on their throat. As soon as you get up by 2 scores and you start creeping on the backside of that third quarter, it's like, all right, boys, let's key in on the play chart, even though it's 3rd and 7, or even though it's a 2nd and 8, which might predominantly call on the play sheet would suggest, hey, let's go a mid-range passing play here. Let's go to the 1st and 10 chart and run the rock. Let's go to the 1st and 10 chart with a play sheet with a short pass and just try to pick up 2 or 3, get the clock running, and just kind of keep the defense on the field as much as you can. That being too aggressive, man, that's how you lose games you should have won. And again, that's Bill Belichick 101, is understanding when the clock is your opponent. There comes a time in the game when you've got a two-score lead where not just the analytics, but just throughout the history of the game, you got to realize, all right, the clock is now our opponent. That team isn't even on the sideline now. Yeah. We need to run that clock out. So that's how I see it.
I just
go ahead, Jacob.
No. I was just honestly going to look at that too. Michael A. Smith says, we win 2 games and some people want to complain. Why show more than you have to when you can put this game
Bingo.
away?
That's the other thing, Michael. It's a great point. Is, it's like you got your foot on their throat. All right, let's get aggressive. We need to just blitz them into oblivion. If you've got the game in the bag, don't show those blitzes, right, Emilio? Don't show that extra scrape. Yep. Don't show that extra fire zone. Don't, go back to your vanilla 4-man rush and a 2-man under, and don't give the opponent anything that you're gonna run here in the near future.
Right. So. Yeah, you played shell that whole time. Why would you turn it up when you have a 2-touchdown lead? Why wouldn't you make them go the length of the field? I mean, you've already seen it this year. How many times has this defense bent, and all we've given up is a field goal? All we gave up tonight was a field goal and 2 missed field goals, and then you get a touchdown here and there. All right, cool. But the defense kept you, leading and in the game, like you had total control with their defense at that time. When those touchdowns were scored, we were still up. We still had control. That it wasn't, a back and forth battle. When we were running the game since I was chopping the tomatoes up, Jacob, we own this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jen Wright in the chat says Nixon 5 pass breakups. If that's an accurate stat there, Jen, thank you for that info. Jacob, that's a big day at the office and it seemed like I seen at least 2, maybe 3 were on McLaurin as well.
Yeah, I think that could be accurate because with some of my notes, I tried charting the first quarter and then I got too freaking happy that I just started dancing around the god dang room, just kind of doing it.
Right there, man.
He'll be getting a letter from the office tomorrow saying that he was too loud.
I was screaming from the hilltops, man. I was just literally so emphatic about the fact I'm watching him make great plays. I'm watching X just play sound. Like I said, you could not find somebody that was playing out of position in this whole game. You can't tell me there was one player that did not play there. At least not every single play. Everybody can't be perfect, but every single person on this team did something that was other ordinary or extraordinary. Like it was just, we talked about how Halfley talked about how when he looked, I don't know if we actually did talk about this, where he said in his press conference, when he goes and reviews the film from the last week, and he goes, when you see 11 guys in a box in the frame, you understand that he literally said, this was the most proud I've ever been coaching a team in my life. That's what he said. Amazing. And what you saw in this game as well was not 11 maybe on all single play, but there was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players going there to the ball, not giving up on any sort of given play. Like the way that, Edgerrin Cooper, he just is seamless. He doesn't take on blocks. He just knows how to hit the angles. Quay Walker played amazing again. Our corners who, Nate Hobbs didn't hear or see anything other than maybe like one penalty that I thought was kind of ticky-tacky. Like, guys, we got a squad, bruh. We got a freaking squad.
All good in the chat says we simply dominated 2 top NFC teams. Drop the mic. Could not agree more, Absolutely. Man. I'll tell you, this right here, I know some fans on Twitter didn't like it, but this set the tone for the entire night. Watch Jordan Love on this scramble where he just absolutely trucks. I think this was a safety he trucked, too. Yep, exactly. Watch this run right here.
You got the sideline trucking going. I'm telling you.
And again, listen, I know there's something. Oh, that's stupid. One guy said LaFleur should bench his ass for not sliding. It's like,
oh, get out of here.
Do you understand?
It was third down.
Yeah, and do you understand that when you do that, now you go back to that huddle? You think those offensive linemen are tired now? Do you think that receiver isn't going to go across the middle willing to get his head taken off because he just seen his quarterback lower his head? That stuff absolutely matters. Elder Grimm with the super chat. Thank you, buddy. He says, stat of the day, Jaden Daniels, 7 carries for 17 yards. What did I say at the pregame? I said he had 60-some last week. I said if we keep him to 30, we're in good shape. Yep. They torched it, didn't they, Elder Grimm? Yep. Thank you for that super chat, man. That's awesome. What do y'all think about the way they handled Daniels tonight? This defense looked fast, boys. Real fast.
Mm-hmm. They really did. Contained him, right, Jacob? They did a little touch spy. You saw maybe Carl Brooks hanging back, let the edge rushers pin their ears back, go to town, do your thing. And then you get a spy from Coop. You get, was it Micah chasing him, and Bullard came up and just, clipped him, just flicked down on the right stick right there. Flipped the man over. and after that moment, Jaden Daniels just kept grabbing his knee. I don't think he liked that hit, and then he got rolled up on. Then he got folded over, and you saw his mobility just reduce as they moved that ball down there, and he got sacked there at the end. So it's just like you can contain these guys. You just have to play the long game. You can't let them break a 60-yarder right off the bat and just set the tone that he's going to do that all day.
Yeah. Thank you again for that super chat, Elder. Appreciate you. What about this? Holmes MD1. These guys were on a 3-day turn, Jacob. 3 days, man.
I can't even believe it, to be honest. I'm looking here at the box score. Like Mila just highlighted, Jaden Daniels, 24 42 for 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, sure. No interceptions, but he had 4 sacks taken for 21 yards, a rating of 85.4. You look at the rushing yards, though, dude. Bill got 4 carries for 17 yards. Austin Eckler, 8 for 17 yards. Jaden Daniels, 7 for 17 yards. I'm not a mathematician, but that adds up to 51 freaking yards. That's the second week in a row that I don't believe that we let a guy rush for over 70 yards total, if not 60, if not mistaken. That is insane. That's got to be a Packer record somewhere in there. You look at the receptions. You got a guy like Zach Ertz, who's basically washed, has 6 receptions for 64 yards, a touchdown. Yeah, all right, we gave it to him. But the guy that we said that we had to lock down, Terry McLaurin, 5 receptions for 48 yards. That's it. Debo Samuel, the next guy up, 7 receptions, 44 yards. Nobody else did anything after that.
Jacob, that's all I asked for pregame was keep it the same stats. You go ahead and put Debo at the top. That's totally fine.
We bested him, Emilio. It wasn't the same. We got better.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to feed that man, perfect. You want Zach Ertz, Scary Terry to be second, third, perfect. Let's go.
Look at this. NFL just tweeted this out. Said Devontae Wyatt tried to intercept the Spock. Watch this. We got to be careful. How awesome!
Could you imagine?
He about did it too.
Look at the center. Like, dude, did I just get nothing? Like, unbelievable.
Devontae Wyatt, man. What a guy. What a guy.
Can I just say, guys, we got 1,200 plus people watching. Not sure how many are on YouTube. Just hit that like, hit that subscribe. If you guys are not Packer fans, subscribe to the Packer Total Access page. Just do it, man. Just do it. I promise you're not going to regret it. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, Goose in the chat says best part of all this is there's still a lot of room for this team to improve. I think it's very well said, Goose. Good to see you in here, buddy.
What's up, Goose? Man.
That's a blast from the past right there. Goose, one of the OGs for sure. Mm-hmm. So appreciate you. Yeah, no, I agree, man. There's still plenty of stuff. Emilio, Coach LaFleur is going to be able to go in there and praise the guys and, hey, y'all did great. And he's still going to have plenty of teaching tape as well, right?
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me your best guess on who was the best defensive player on PFF grade for the Packers. These are prelim numbers, but who graded out the best?
I'm going to say it's either Keyshawn Nixon, LVN, or Rashawn Gary.
I'm going Bullard.
Bullard and Keyshawn. Clay got it right with Keyshawn. Right now he's at 90.4.
What?
Yeah. But number 2 wasn't mentioned. Mr. Micah Parsons went 89.8. 47 total snaps. So his snap count just went up. You know what I mean? They're not. It looked like they were kind of resting him, but dude was out there a lot.
A lot more.
Yep.
Josh Martin with the super chat said, got a mini bye now, 2 games and another bye. I'm kind of excited about sitting back on Sunday, just watching some NFL football stress-free, you know what I mean? And not feeling like I have to, like, if you guys seen the setup here on game day, and I've had people message me like, how the hell are you tweeting all this out? Bro, I've got Twitter open up 6 different windows across this huge screen, and I'm just firing them out, dude. But yeah, it's going to be nice to sit around on Sunday and enjoy the extra football. You know what I mean? So Coach Lynn says Belton did some good things. Yeah, it was kind of ugly there first, right? Like he got pulled, didn't he? After he got the hold.
I didn't realize they were rotating him quite a bit.
Know what they were doing? So Coach Lynn says looked like Belton got some good reps in. That's good.
My favorite name of all time, Bosco Jenkins, says Jay Boldo. I agree with you, bro. He had a couple nice plays where he absolutely shot through the defense, evaded some blocks, made a tackle. I think he may even had a tackle for a loss. I am very proud of that man. You guys know that I'm a little biased there, so whatever.
H.E. Soda with the super chat. This is a really good Packers team. Enjoy the ride. Amen to that, Soda. Amen, man. It's going to be fun, dude. And again, here's the thing. Spoiler alert. They're going to lose games they should win this year. It happens to every NFL team. But the fact that they've gotten off to a 2-0 start when many people thought they would be starting 0-2, and now we get to sit back. When's the Bears and the Lions game this week? I just need to know. I got to know. Let's see real quick. Sunday, so it's a 1:00 game. So 1:00 window on Sunday, we get to sit back and just bask in the glory that one of those 2 teams, we're either making fun of Bears fans for being 0-2 or Lions fans for being 0-2. You know how glorious that is while the Packers are 2-0. So love to see it. Yeah, thank you, Soder, for the super chat, buddy. We appreciate you, man. Go ahead, read that, boys.
Mr. Chuck Jagger says Jordan looking like he will peak at the right time. I mean, I feel like he's already shown that he's a different type of quarterback. I think that he's understanding that things come to him. He doesn't have to force stuff. And he's taken the open receiver, bro. And, there was actually a couple plays that if he would have probably connected a little more succinctly, that we'd probably be up by another 1 or 2 scores. But, hey, I'm not going to complain right here with what's going on. What about you, Emilio?
Speaking of Jordan, we got him at the podium here.
Let's go.
QB1. Oh, and again, guys, if you can't hear it, I apologize. We got it cranked all the way up. We'll try to fix it for y'all on the pod. Here we go. Jordan Love.
Will be. And obviously, new year for us. We got to come out and, I think more importantly for us to be able to come out and start fast in both these games and, be able to finish it with the defense coming up with, holding 2 really good offenses to, some pretty low yards and low points until the end there. It's just fun. So I think it's like I said, it's just a great way to start the season and something we just got to keep building on.
They scored and kept it 17-10. You guys went out there and put together a good drive to answer. Just what was that like? What was the key to getting that done?
It was one of those drives that we needed. I think we hadn't been moving the ball as well the past couple of drives, putting up points. So that was definitely a drive that we needed to regain that momentum and they go down and score, and we got to go answer. So that's what you want to see, from our offense. And I think we did a great job of doing that, going down and answering right there.
Jordan, you guys were without a couple of linemen up front tonight. You still took a lot of deep shots, hit on some, especially early in the game, Kraft down the middle. What gave you that confidence to feel like you could still hit that big play and not be rushed in the pocket without a couple of you guys up front?
Oh, I mean, no matter who's out there, I'm going to have confidence in those guys. And I tell those guys all the time, But I think those AB and Kennard, I think they did a great job stepping up right there. You miss Zach and Banks right there, which is, it's tough. So, I think both those guys did a great job, but we're going to have confidence in those guys. And we're going to still, stick to our game plan because we got to still go out there and be aggressive. Yeah.
All right, there's QB1 at the podium. And Big B just tweeted out, you guys know Big B, Big Packers 4X on Twitter, said, thank you, Jerry Chance. Freaking love it. So on the Thursday night prime, they've got Micah Parsons at their, their kind of their post-game setup. And evidently the fans are chanting, thank you, Jerry.
Yeah.
So,
you think Sam started that one? No.
Let's see here. He actually sent some really cool stuff over. Why don't we hit this real quick while we got a little bit of time? We'll try to get LaFleur at the podium here in a minute if he does.
Just real quick, did you guys see that? According to ESPN, Baron Sorrell had a half sack. Like,
oh, nice. That's good.
Bro, let's go, dude. I could not be more excited about this team.
So here was the Sterling Sharp halftime festivities. This was Tim sending this in. Is he going to let me? He ain't going to let me go full screen. How about that? Well, that sucks. Let's get the audio version here. You guys should be able to hear.
No, you can't. Okay.
Here we go.
Sterling Sharp.
Yeah, he ain't going to do it. I was trying to get to go full screen. Here's Sterling.
I want to thank you, the fans. Because when I got here, our football team wasn't very good. But you were here. When I left here, our football team was well on its way to getting back to the Super Bowl. And you were here. I want to thank you for providing hope for us, for celebrating your team, for cheering on your favorite Green Bay Packers. And I want to thank you very much for coming out tonight to make this a very special night for my family and friends. Thank you.
Absolutely awesome. So Sterling obviously acknowledging the fans, and it's so cool to see him getting his due finally too. So absolutely awesome. What do y'all think about that?
I mean, that's I am so jealous of Tim. I didn't realize until Milo put it in the group chat where it's like, hey, Tim, you're there for the unveiling of him being wasn't it the 30th person on the Ring of Honor? I mean, This team's so talented. We're going to have another ring. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to have to double down on that thing. But what a great experience to be there. A guy that only played 7 years in the NFL still has the accolades to be there and get into not just the NFL Pro Hall of Fame, but it's weird to say that it's much more of an honor to get on the Ring of Fame of the Green Bay Packers just because of how storied that franchise is. I would put them both on the same level. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So congratulations to him. I'm super happy. Like you said, Tim got to be there for that. The unveiling, I feel like it's just a memory to even see something like that, because that's going to be there forever now. Dude did it. But yeah, man, just congrats.
Yeah. Donovan Schilling said AC joint sprain on Reed. Can somebody do me a quick Google search? What kind of recovery time are we looking there? I was worried it was going to be a broken collarbone.
That's what I thought.
So if we can get some information on that. Thanks for that. Appreciate you there, Donovan. What's that?
It looks like Eldergrim said 2 months if no surgery, 3 with.
Okay.
So if there was that, I was going to ask this question earlier, if there is that sort of timeline because of the shoulder, whatever that could or couldn't be, do you try to coincide that with fixing that Jones injury? Or is the Jones injury too much of a recovery time that it wouldn't match up? Does that make sense?
The Jones was, I wanted to say, like 2 to 4 months.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is if like, hey, we know you're going to be done for like 4 to 5 weeks. Do we try to just, once you're in for a penny and for a pound kind of thing?
I can see why I see where you're coming from there, Jacob. I don't know, man. I'm hoping it's not going to be as long as what they're saying there with this AC joint sprain, but
yeah, he also said that's if it's a grade 3 or higher. So, we could be dealing with any one of those. So you never know.
Yeah. Like I said, and listen, Reed's a dog, don't get me wrong, but this offense is humming. Listen, Matthew Golden, boys, Jordan missed him twice. He could have very easily had 2 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah.
And that's not the pile on Jordan. Jordan had a great game. But I'm just simply saying, I'm telling you, Golden, it's there. It's there.
Yeah. That's what their first real game speed deep ball, right, where he broke it up the seam and was actually over the top. So you're just trying to range that in. Jordan's got to figure out the touch on it. Give him another shot.
Yep.
Well, and what's crazy is that even worst case scenario, let's say that he doesn't come back. Watson's still not back. We got Reed out of the game. We got all these things going on. Savion Williams looked great. Freaking Golden looks great. Malik Heath came in out of garbage, or not garbage time, but like when he had no warm up, no nothing, just casually caught like a 30-yard ball.
Yeah,
toe dragging it, no big deal. Just an absolute freaking stunner of a catch there. Like we talked about this going into the beginning of the season, that we are so deep at the wide receiver room that, barring a catastrophic type, like Titanic, everybody's jumping off the ship type injury season, we've got the guys and the bona fides, that we've got the depth chart to be able to sustain 3, 4, 5 different weeks of injuries. And, worst case scenario, if we can get through the week 5 week bye, I believe it is, or week 5 bye, we got Christian Watson coming back, dude. Like, go ahead, try to stop this offense. You can, man. You can.
Mm-hmm. Hardy the Prophet with the super chat. Appreciate you, buddy. He says it depends on the severity. Mine is still messed up, and it's been a year. Wow. Yeah, I know those joint sprains can be kind of a little wacky. Again, though, man, I feel good about this receiving core. Don't try to rush him back. Get that thing fixed. And I think Jaden. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All right. Well, both Jaden Reed, I think, is kind of the straw that stirs the drink, with the Packers offense. But, man, Savion's impressing the hell out of me. It seems like every time he gets an opportunity, Emilio, that dude, he steps up. Kick return, looked good. Wildcat looked good, right? I mean, I could see him being a player that they might want to put in that role a little bit more. And you can also kick Golden to the slot. And now that Wicks seems to have reemerged, Dobbs is healthy. Why not throw him out there? We see some 13 personnel tonight too, Emilio.
Did you see that? That's where you got that RPO looky, right? And you could even do that. I'm pretty sure it was Malik Heath, on one of them. But then, we did have 3 tight ends. But, you have Savion being a rookie going out there. All right, you're going to be catching kickoffs. You're going to be catching punts. That's putting a lot on him. And then you're also going ahead and shotgun snapping it to him in a wildcat off of motion. Like, that's a lot of trust to put in a rookie. I love that he did it. I love that he was, not afraid. If he didn't slip, he may have taken that one in. I don't know. That opened up pretty nicely there on the side. And dude, we have some dogs on offense, man. I'm just glad Matt's able to kind of spread it. Jordan's able to spread it around and not really force anything.
Here was the thank you, Jerry chants over there on the Thursday Night Prime post-game show.
Lay out for a second because this crowd has something to say. I know you guys know what they're saying.
Micah sitting there not even cracking a smile, right? And then here was Micah. It says Micah is ecstatic to be on the Packers. Let's see what Micah Parsons had to say.
Talk to me about the process and how much time you spent just learning the playbook and getting adjusted.
Yeah, first, as soon as the trade happened, I was like, man, when you want me to come in, I'm super ecstatic. And then the second process is, are you willing to come in early? Are you willing to stay later? And I just think it's fun. When I learn new things, I get excited. When a DC comes up to me, it's like, we're excited to have you. I got so many ways I want to use you, but you got to learn this. I'm like, all right, well, hurry up. So, it just gets me excited. I'm ecstatic. And Jeff's a hell of a play caller.
Love it, man. Love it. So he's happy to be in Green Bay, obviously. So Jeff Hafley got him a new toy, boys. Got him a new toy. And everybody playing great. Devontae Wyatt looks like a dog. Do you have a preliminary grade there on him?
Mr. Devontae Wyatt, he had a 68 flat, 51 snaps, 11 rushes, 11 run plays, 40 rushes. His tackling grade was a 69, pass rush was a 71.9.
How accurate are these initial PFF grades? Did they get revised?
They do. Okay. They're in the ballpark though. I mean, I wouldn't see him. Maybe he climbs over into the 70s, but he wouldn't drop into the 50s kind of thing.
Right.
I tell you how excited I am that they got Shabuzi doing the music too for NFL on Prime. You got Emilio, you know me, dude.
I bet you were jamming, looking at dancing with the fire in there. Yeah.
Oh my good Lord. You know what I'm saying? All night long. And by the way, we have to put his ass on a milk carton here, man. Anybody seen Rock Howard? He said commies by 10 plus. I don't know, man. Rock is old for the century in our cat, is he not, boys? Unbelievable.
Look at Clint. Just as you said that, man.
Is he in here? Please tell me.
Where is he?
Where's Crack Rock?
Yeah.
He said that before you said that. That's crazy.
Two things real quick on the prelims. Carrington Valentine was our top third. It was Keyshawn Micah Carrington at 82 flat with 42 snaps. Isaiah McDuffie was fourth with 7 snaps. Guess who was fifth?
Who?
Only 8 snaps. But our boy, Mr. Baron Sorrell, with a 73-1, 69 tackling, 70 pass rush.
He got a half sack too, bro.
Yep. Jen Wright said Bullard's great. Our man Bullard is right below. Quay's at 10 with a 65-2. Javon Bullard is a 65-1. They gave him a 30, 29-6, but a 30 for his run defense. I don't know which one that was on, but they should have given him extra points for the hit stick on Jaden.
Yeah, here we got Tucker Kraft walking off the field. Let's see what he had to say.
Packers fans, you guys do not disappoint. We're out here, prime time, against a playoff opponent. I mean, listen to this. There's only half the amount of people in here. You guys are the best. Go Pack, go. Green and gold all the way. Love you guys. Packers.
Love this dude, man. He's a Packer.
I'm in love with the man, and his name is Tucker Kraft. And I don't care who knows it. And I'm just saying, man.
Sound like Buddy the Elf. I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it. By the way, man, let's get past Halloween. We're going to break out Elf. We'll be watching that on the daily for sure.
Can watch Elf daily. Can't even turn on Ferris Bueller's Day Off one time.
I ain't got time for you. What do you think I'm sitting around watching movies? Oh, man. Let's see if there's anything else. We'll get the box score up and just kind of run through all the stats real quick here in just a second. Let's see here. I'm just trying to make sure that Prime didn't do anything else. So here we go. All right. So
Natty Ice did go to the podium though. Play.
Oh, he is? Okay. Let's go to that then. Let me get over there to that. So we got Matt LaFleur at the podium.
Over there just saying.
I want to pat you on the butt and you poop my hand. So I want to pat you on the butt and you.
Oh,
we
no.
Got it on loop.
It's loop.
Let's go with Lung Dart Matt here. All right, here we go. Here's Matt LaFleur at the podium. See if we can hear it.
Off out there, just competing, getting a lot of PBUs. I think he had 5. And then offensively, just it was kind of feast or famine a little bit. I mean, too many 3 and outs. And then having opportunities where, you know, for whatever reason, whether it's a call or just not executing or doing things to put us in a bad situation. But I think there's opportunities that we need to capitalize on if we want to become the team that I think we can become. Relentless. Just physical, aggressive, attacking. The play style is exactly what we want from these guys. And it always starts with the energy and effort. That's gonna get you through and can overcome for some of the mistakes. So I just thought, I think our front is extremely disruptive, getting after the quarterback. It didn't seem like they ran the ball very effectively at all either. So,
damn, Matt.
You know, hell of a job. I think our players are doing a great job feeding off one another, and definitely exciting to watch the defense go out there and perform, because I think they kind of allow us to get up on somebody.
It kind of felt like they didn't run the ball good.
Yeah, bro, I was muted, but that broke me up.
Twice in one half for a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, so we're capable of anything, but you know, I know that we rely on some big plays, but I think most good offenses do as well. It's just we got to be a little bit more consistent in some of those critical situations, making sure that we execute. I know we had a couple busted protections where we didn't capitalize on some of the pressure that we were bringing. I didn't think all in all, just in some of those situations that we just didn't do a good enough job.
I love it, dude. You went out there and kicked one of the best NFC teams' asses, and he's not satisfied. That's the message.
Yeah, where'd they go last year, Clay? All the way to the NFC Championship?
Oh, yeah. No doubt, man. No doubt. Love it, man. Randy Cleaver's with the super chat. Thank you, buddy. You're too kind. He says, I'm calling it now. 14-3 Super Bowl. Let's go, man. Let's go, dude. You know what? I know we're probably getting ahead of ourselves here a little bit, but why don't we just take a quick gander at the schedule? Let's look ahead at the schedule and see what we got coming up here in terms of that. All right. So next you're at the Cleveland Browns. That's going to be next Sunday. All right. 1:00 game. Then you're at the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons going back into Jerry World on Sunday Night Football, bro.
That's going to be a story.
Oh, my God. And then you got the bye. Everybody can get rested up. And who knows, week 6, you might be seeing Christian Watson coming out of the gate. You got the Bengals at home for a 4:25 kickoff. Then at the Arizona Cardinals the following Sunday, then at Pittsburgh facing Aaron Rodgers. Dude, this schedule is awesome.
It's crazy.
Like, seriously. It's going to be one of the funnest. Is that a word? Funnest?
Yeah.
Should be. It is tonight. It's going to be one of the funnest Packers seasons in recent memory, man, for sure. So I'm excited about it. Very excited. Let's see what else we got in here. Randy, again, thank you for that generous super chat, buddy. We really appreciate you. Let's go to the box score. Is that all right with you guys? We hit that real quick.
Yeah.
Can we do this real quick? HG
go ahead, man.
Super chat. Packers up late by multiple scores, 2 games in a row. Like Ricky Bobby, not sure what to do with my hands. I don't know about you guys. I kept texting you. The group chat, there's a group chat that we have with the podcast. I'm sure you guys all know that. You'd think that we'd use it for like pre-podcast stuff to like game plan how we're going to do it. Nope, not even close. It's only for really offensive memes and kind of just random stuff throughout the game. I will text.
That would get the show canceled, right? Basically.
Yeah. I was just texting positive stuff because it was just nothing but positive stuff the whole game. And it's very rare to even have Clayton respond because he's usually in his own bubble. But he was actually even responding a few times. It was crazy. It was kind of crazy. Tim was at the game. He's actually responding in live time. So it was cool.
Jacob out there firing texts away, and we're like,
don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
Yeah.
You guys sometimes respond.
Soder, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. We appreciate you, man. All right, let's go through the box score real quick, guys. I know as the dust settles here, let's see how the team performed. Let's start on the Commander side here and just talk about Jaden Daniels. He was 24 of 42, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. We sacked him 4 times, and they lost 21 yards off those sacks. We talked about, what's his name again? Is it Bob, Bill, Tom? What's his name? Bill. All right. We talked about Bill, Ja'Cory, Krosky, Merritt. Hey, this guy blew up last week, 80 yards on what was it, 80 yards on 10 carries or something. This week, we held him 4 carries, 17 yards. Austin Eckler, 8 carries, 17 yards. Jaden Daniels, 7 carries, 17 yards. So the team total was 19 carries for 51 yards.
All of them are 17 yards. It's like we just spread it out, but nobody's allowed over 20 yards. No one's even allowed over 17 yards, okay? You guys can have a combined total just over 50.
Yeah. And again, listen, thoughts and prayers out to Austin Eckler. To me and Jacob watching it live, it looked like an Achilles, probably. I could be wrong. And he's a good dude.
Yeah. Tad Samoto says Eckler has an Achilles, so I'm assuming that came out. Yeah, Clay, we both watched it. I've played with guys that, like you said, just that snap is more of like an initial, just you feel something's wrong. But like you had mentioned, there's not necessarily pain. It's just like there's just something, your X's ain't connecting with the O's kind of thing. Like there's just something's wrong and you can feel it. It's hate it.
Definitely. If you guys would take a quick second, hit that like button for us. It helps with the algorithm, lets other Packer fans know this show sucks, but maybe not as much as some would think it does. So we greatly appreciate that. Let's see, Terry McLaurin, he was one of those Tuesday players, right? Like, hey, look, you want to make sure he doesn't blow the game plan up for you. He had 5 catches, 48 yards on 9 targets, guys. I mean, that's pretty damn good right there. It's a pretty good job covering their best receiver. Debo ended up with 7 catches for 44 yards and a touchdown, so he kind of kept everything in front of you, only a long of 12. He did catch 7 of the 8 targets. Now let's hop over to the Packers side here. Jordan Love, 19 of 31, 292 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He was only sacked twice for 23 yards. Josh Jacobs, 23 carries, 84 yards with a touchdown. He had a long run of 10. Guys, that's a grind them out top of day there in the backfield. Look at Savion Williams, boys. 2 carries, 24 yards, averaging 12 yards a pop. Matthew Golden got a couple carries for 15 yards. Jordan Love had 3 scrambles for 12 yards. He truck sticked a safety into oblivion. So the team had 30 carries, 135 yards, and a touchdown. You'd see that and go, man, that yards per carry ain't that good. No, but when you can run the ball 30 times, you talk about controlling the time of possession. I imagine we probably won the time of possession, right, guys? I don't know if y'all have that number or not, but what do y'all think about Jordan Love's performance here before we get into the receiving core and obviously Josh Jacobs just being that bell cow tonight?
Man, I mean, for him to be 19 at 31, 292, I believe that he had almost I think I texted y'all around like, man, it was like 2 minutes into the second quarter. He was at like 189 yards passing. I was like, well, he just surpassed the whole last game. Yeah. And, like if this was more of a – I think it's kind of like Clayton said. It was like, we don't want to be cocky or anything like that, but I think Matt LaFleur pulled the reins back in quarter 2 because he realized, all right, we got this game kind of not under control, but we are in the driver's seat right now, and we don't want to show our cards. It was kind of like what we saw last week in week 1 with the Bears. Ryan, Clayton, many of you guys talked about how they had to show all their cards just to get to get Caleb just a few like kind of glitz and glamour, glory shots where they could show him being like, hey, this guy's an NFL quarterback, but they kind of showed their hand way too early, like to the point where it's like, well, what are you going to do next week? This week for the Packers, we were still running very vanilla game plan, in my opinion. I mean, obviously we showed a little bit here and there, but Jordan Love had 200 yards passing basically at halftime. If he wanted to ramp it up or if it became a shootout, I have no doubt in my mind that Jordan could have had over 300, maybe 400 yards passing. No problem.
Yeah.
Again, the biggest thing I look at there, no interceptions.
Yeah.
Absolutely no fumbles, no interceptions. The guy was a freaking mechanic. Let's go. What do you think?
Emilio also, it looks like his QBR, Emilio, was 113.9.
High score, what does that mean? Did I break it?
That's a high score. Yeah, that's what we like to see. And what besides the interceptions, like Jacob was saying, 19 to 31, then you hop down there 30 carries. You split. I mean, you're down the middle 50-50 in run pass. I mean, you're not giving the defense anything to work with on that aspect of it, right? You're really spreading it out. Also, the fact that 2 of the drives were 90-plus yard drives, and you marched all the way down the field. You can buckle down and get 7 when you need to, and you sustained a long drive. That's incredible. That's that's some next level stuff from this team, and just the fact that they're still trying to play man against these receivers is kind of crazy. Like all you needed to do was put Wicks in motion, and you can throw an out route to him. Like I play all the time. That is like stealing candy from a baby. I mean, it is just like 10 yards, 10 yards, 10 yards. And the fact that, you're not going to try to get out of that or, play outside leverage. Then they even tried to switch off the man. That didn't work. Like you still beat them. It's offense is humming. Defense is looking great.
Yeah. H.E. Solder with Super Chat. Thank you, buddy. He says, struggling to see what they need to do better as a team besides special teams. What can they do better? I got nothing. I think you're right with special teams. Need to clean it up, get that a little bit better, a little more fundamentally sound. I'll say this too. Offensive line, the run blocking to me looks kind of suspect. I don't know if you guys disagree with that. So
no, I agree.
Maybe they can, like I said, fine tune that a little bit. But yeah, I mean, listen, I think there's still plenty to work on for sure, Solder. But I'm with you there too, man. I mean, it's you're in a good spot, man.
Yeah.
You're in a real good spot, 2-0, and that's the toughest part of your schedule right here out of the gate. So, that's what Justin said in the chat, right? They need to have better running lanes for Jacobs. Yeah, and listen, kudos to Jacobs too, man. I mean, how many times we see him lower that head and just make a hole when there's not one there just to try to – I mean, it's real easy to just go, okay, let me tuck in behind the guard here. This is going to be no gain, and he somehow turns it into a 3-yard gain, So
yeah, bounce it outside. I thought J Love was going to get a block on that one. He was going to.
Yeah, I saw that too. Right?
Wild, yeah.
All right, receiving, Tucker Kraft led the way, 6 catches, 124 yards, and a touchdown. Dontavion Wicks, 4 catches for 44 yards. Malik Heath had that awesome grab, 1 catch for 37 yards. Luke Musgrave, couple catches for 32 yards. Romeo Dobbs, 3 catches for 28 yards and a touchdown. Chris Brooks had 3 grabs for 27 yards as well. Matthew Golden targeted twice, no catches, no yards. He very well could have had 120 yards receiving off those 2 targets, it seemed like. You know what I mean? Because that my man, I'm telling you, dude, he could have had 2 touchdown catches tonight for sure. So there's the receiving stats. Going to defense. Surprise, surprise. Edgerrin Cooper leading the way. 10 tackles, 7 solo, and a half sack. Quay Walker, 8 total, 4 solo tackles. I felt like he had a bad game, personally.
Did?
Yeah,
Emilio, what are they showing for his PFF grades for Quay?
Quay was a 65-2.
Okay.
70 run defense, 82 tackling, 73 pass rush, 57 coverage.
Gotcha.
He somehow averages at 65.
Sorry.
His average, or did you say it was a 65 or 66?
Yeah, sorry, 65-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's better than I expected, man. He got cooked by Ertz on that catch, and that's probably why he got a bad coverage grade there. But where he completely whiffed on that tackle. You got to know, man, do not let him back in. Work him to the sideline. Do not let him cut back in.
Yeah, he overran it. He did overrun it, but it was also really a super, super long delayed blocking route. I mean, he was like hiding behind the tackles and then kind of leaked out. So
I felt like he played the pass good in that situation.
He did, yeah.
Pursuit, right? Yeah. So maybe he'll continue to get better there. So again, though, 8 tackles. Javon Bullard, 5 tackles. All 5 were solo tackles. Evan Williams, 5 tackles, 2 solo. Xavier McKinney had 3 tackles. Lucas Van Ness with a tackle for a loss. Let's go. Had 3 tackles. Rashawn Gary with another sack, a tackle for a loss. Also 3 tackles there. So Gary now has, 2.5 sacks in 2 games? Mm-hmm. Absolutely awesome. Carl Brooks got him a half sack. Devontae Wyatt got a sack with a tackle for a loss, of course. Going on down, Micah Parsons got a half sack. So as it sits right now, and Barron Sorrell with a half sack as well. So how about Barron Sorrell? How many snaps you say he played, Emilio? Barron Sorrell
played 8 snaps.
And got a half sack.
Yes, sir.
How exciting is that, Jake?
I can't contain my excitement. I mean, there was obviously a Cox box with going on with him not being able to play for the next 4 weeks, but you just enter Barron Sorrell, and all of a sudden we got another guy in that rotation. I was very excited with the way that Kingsley played as well. I think he had like a weird penalty that I wasn't quite excited about, but I mean, dude, there's just something going on with the fact that like it's almost both sides of the ball, offense and defense. If a certain player goes down, I'm upset about it, obviously, but I'm not worried because we have such a deep depth of rotation on almost every single. I mean, God forbid something happened to Tucker Norris. I was scratching my head thinking like, oh God, what are we gonna do? And then I thought, well, we got Ben Sims, we got Fitzpatrick, we got frickin' Musgrave who stayed on his feet for once. It's the same thing at that edge defender position. It's the same thing at safety. It's the same thing at linebacker. You know, God forbid something happens. Hopper came in for a few rounds this game, and like I really do am impressed with what Kingsley Barry did. Even on special teams, guys, you guys see Nick Neiman, whatever you want to call him, he's all of a sudden just flashing. He's all of a sudden just a stud running down and making every single freaking play on special teams. Like we got a team, guys. We got a freaking team.
We got bad news.
No.
Rob Demoski, Packers coach Matt LaFleur said Jaden Reed broke his collarbone and will miss significant time, but that he thinks he can get back this season. So that's tough. That's a tough one.
Shit.
Again, I mean, you could look at it one of 2 ways, right? Well, a couple different ways, I should say. Yeah, it sucks you're losing Jaden Reed, but look what the team did without him too. You know, so you can beat good teams without him, but hopefully we get him back sooner rather than later. As Bob Noxious in the chat says, "Damn collarbone, best wishes, Reed, you the man." Yeah, you could tell, man, that was painful as heck, and it's just one of those where. And what a it sucks that it didn't stand too, because who was it that got caught on the hole?
Belton.
Yeah,
he threw his arm around the man. I mean, he was.
Yeah, he threw the chokehold on him.
Yeah, he did.
First person I thought of too when they said it was on Belton was Jacob in the pregame show saying, "I'd start Kennard over Belton." I was like, Jacob was right. That sucks, man. So
yeah, that does.
And they ended up going to Kennard after that. And what's weird is they went back to Belton though towards the end of the game. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but they're trying to give the guys some reps, but you know.
Yeah, H.E. Soda with the super chat says, "Feel bad for Reed, but Heath looked good. He did, man. He did." And that's when I feel really. I'm proud of how we kind of covered camp, because we were all looking at Heath and we broke it out in the camp. You remember, Emilio, we're going back and looking at some of the advanced metrics from last year. Like, man, Heath had the best catch rate over expected of any receiver on the team. Granted, there was minimal attempts, but man, he looked good. And that dude. I'm telling you right now, man, game on the line, you need a strong hands catch. I wouldn't hesitate one bit to throw it to Heath. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he went up there and plucked that thing, got his feet down, no problem. He's not afraid to stick his nose in there and block. He's just steady Eddie there when you need him. I think with Reed going down, you have, Rome, you got Matthew Golden. That opens up a little bit more for him. You're probably not looking to kind of move on from Rome right now then. If you have another injury at wide receiver, so you're going to want to kind of hang on to him moving forward and then, just spread the wealth like you've been doing. We don't have a number one. You just keep moving it around.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, guys, it's getting late. Hopefully we cover everything. We got the box score. We got your little press conference action, all that good stuff. We're going to end it with a soundbite here from Micah Parsons over on the NFL Prime set. So let's pop a screen grab up here. Let's hit him with a little Halfley again. So this was Micah Parsons a few minutes ago when he was kind of talking about being compared to the Reggie White trade. All right, so let's see what Parsons had to say here.
People talk about the trade comparing it to Reggie White when he came here. And you know what Reggie White did when he came here? He brought a title to town. What are your expectations for this team? What do you see this team ceiling? What can they do?
I think we can do great things. But at the end of the day, as y'all know, it just goes week by week. You got to consistently put that effort, that energy every week. And then great things can happen. We can get back to that bowl. And I obviously, I don't want to compare myself to Reggie at all. He had like 70 sacks in 4 years. Like, that's like unheard of. But if I could just come close to his legacy, I'd be a very happy person.
People talk about
humble, dude. And I don't know if you guys noticed, too, when he's doing a celebration underneath his bicep, he's got humble tattooed on his arm. Yeah, love this dude, man. Love everything he represents. I love that he paid respect to Reggie, right? But still acknowledging, hey, let's get back to the Super Bowl, man. And
Right.
and by the way, for the people that were trying to compare Micah Parsons to Reggie White, yeah, I don't know the exact statistic, but I heard multiple people talking about it. They played, I think, 12 games that season. Reggie had over 20 sacks in 12 games.
That's crazy.
Think about that.
That was like the weird renegotiation thing that they had going on with like the league at that time. Is that what it was?
Correct. Yeah, I think it was like
That's insane, bro. That's insane.
I mean, you take that same average. I mean, it's essentially would that be roughly a little less than 2 sacks a game, and then you do it under 17. Could you imagine somebody having 30 sacks in a season? Like that's who Reggie White was. It's no disrespect to Micah Parsons or to dog him or anybody in the modern day NFL. Reggie White was built different. I'll never forget having Mike Wall on the show and asking him, hey, we were talking about his first training camp. Man, tell me about your first training camp. And he's like, yeah, these guys, he started rattling them off. He said, Reggie. I went, wait a minute. You played with Reggie? He went, yeah, my first year. I went, what was that like? He went, you hit Reggie. It was a different kind of strong. He said, I struggle to explain what it was like. It was like hitting just a brick wall. Mm-hmm. Reggie was just different, man. He was. So, again, glad Micah's here. I love the fact that Micah keeps deflecting that like, hey, guys. I love that he knew the stats that Reggie had, too. Did you notice that? It's just like, I mean, that guy had, 70 sacks or whatever. Yep. This is awesome. So, yeah. Pretty cool. Anything else, boys, before we wrap up here? Anything at all? This is a fun post-game show.
Good team win. Go Pack, man. 2-0.
I agree.
Nothing, Jacob. You good, man?
No, I'm freaking fit as a fiddle.
I love it, dude. It was a fun game.
Toss them in a dumpster.
That's right, dude. I'm telling you, dude. The thing that stood out to me the most, and we'll wrap up with this, was Jaden Daniels never got comfortable tonight. He never got into
once. Not once.
And it wasn't like you were doing the same thing over and over. You were being too aggressive or you were being too conservative. Jeff Halfley just had an answer for every formation, every concept. We're going to, okay, now's the time. Let's crank it up a bit. All right, let's back off. I mean, he was tighter than a tick on a coon's ass out there trying. That was Jaden Daniels today, dude. It was he never got comfortable. And that, guys, Jaden Daniels is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, whether anybody wants to admit it or not. He's on the cusp of breaking into top 5, possibly top 3. He's that kind of quarterback. And he just looked neutralized tonight. Absolutely neutralized. So, all right, that's it. We're out of here. Appreciate you, boys. Thank y'all for staying up late. I got to get up early to take Lincoln to the vet. We got some ear issues. I'm calling him one flop right now. He's got that German Shepherd ear up and the other's down like this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go see what's going on. So, we'll get him out and get him a pup cup, though. So, yeah. Hey, Jay, it's the way it is, man. Sorry, he said Clayton, that's country. Yeah, you blame my dad, man. He, everybody else was learning proper English, and he was teaching me one-liners. That's the way that was. All right, guys, thank y'all so much. Listen, there was far too many super chats to rattle them all off. Really, really appreciate the support. Actually, let's do it real quick. Hell with it, man. Biz with the super chat, thank you so much. Boz with the 45 spot, thank you so much. Trevor Anderson, appreciate you. Jeremy Burtz said, go Pack Go, been a member for 15 months, man, been supporting for well over a year, appreciate that. Eldergrim with the super chat, Josh Martin, Solder, Chuck Jaggers, Hardy the Prophet, Randy Cleavers. We got H.E. Solder again for 3 more spots. Thank y'all so much for the support. And if you guys want to support the channel, you can also go to patreon.com/PackerFan Total Access. Got an awesome community we're growing in there. I was going to do a giveaway tonight, and I forgot late Thursday night. We'll do one, I promise, this weekend. We typically do them on Sundays while I'm used to doing it. But we're going to be giving away another autographed Lucas Van Ness rookie card this weekend. So
and a lock of my beard hair. It's going to be great,
Exactly right. Anybody who's a member of Patreon group of the $3 tier, or anyone who's a member here on YouTube, we're just plucking memorabilia out of my stash and stuff that was being given by the not my mustache like Jacob was saying, but the stash of memorabilia we got here.
It's hair from somewhere.
Rick Kruger donated a bunch of stuff. Also, I should have opened it up live here. I haven't opened it up yet, but our buddy United Bates just sent over. I'm pretty sure in this right here, a giveaway we're going to be doing this year, an autographed Matthew Golden rookie card.
Oh,
another giveaway there. And
no, definitely going to make another account and try to get in on there.
Unbelievable. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. Everybody have a great night. Hit that like on the way out. We'll be back tomorrow. As soon as I can get back from having Link at the vet, we'll probably do an early afternoon show, maybe a late morning show, a little victory Friday for you boys and girls, get you ready for the weekend. So everybody have a wonderful evening. As always, let's go out and beat the change we want to see in the world, and go Pack Go.
There we go.
Bye, guys.